Greetings, my name is Reverend John O'Toole. Welcome to the FaerySpeak. The Fairy speaks for you. I took a little hiatus on my shooting this video because I had some health issues. And the last thing you can do is channel fairy energy when you're not feeling well. And it's very exciting to be able to shoot these videos again. There's a fair amount of time it takes to set up this for the cameras and the lights and getting everything just right. But I think it's well worth it. I think you can enjoy this show, and I hope you do. So what we're doing is we're going to do a fairy reading for you. And maybe for me. You never know. So what we're going to do is do a fairy reading for you. And maybe myself. And I won't tap my front of my microphone and cause strange noises. Because I know that one showed up somewhere. So basically what it is I'm a channel fairy energy. There's all kinds of channels out there, and there's all kinds of ways that they do channel. Some are conscious channels, like I am. There are other ones that actually go to sleep, and the energy then uses the body to communicate with you. I have some friends that do just that. You have to be able to have a great deal of trust when you do that. And you also have to set an intent that you're going to say something that you're willing to take responsibility for. Now, I'm also willing to take responsibility with any of the information that I channel. But, like the saying says, this is for entertainment purposes only, and it was just to have some fun. It has very little to do with anything. I'm not a psychologist. I am a minister, but you know, don't take me to your psychologist and say, hey, this guy on TV told me I have to tell you. And they're going, where did he get his degree in psychology? And I'll be getting a little knock on the door saying, don't tell my patients this stuff. And then I'll say, why not? It's true. So what we're going to do is we're going to have the fairy, in particular I have my friend fairy, which is a gnome. It's about yay tall, about 4 feet. He's got these really bushy, hairy feet. So we call him Hairy Feet. And he's going to help pick out cards for you. Isn't that a hoot? I have a camera looking down at the table from your perspective so that you can pretend that you are actually in the room with me. It does make things a whole lot easier. Now, there is a possibility that we could do this at the studio at CTSB, but I would need some volunteers. Somebody to help operate cameras and maybe the switcher, and actually somebody that sits at the table and has a reading done. We could set an intention that it's a general read for everybody, but we could have somebody, you probably just see the back of their head. But I don't know. We could certainly set it up any way that they wish. Give you something to think about anyway. And you can learn how to shoot videos. I read this book called How to Shoot Video That Don't Suck. And it had a lot of good information in it. And you can go to CTSB, and for $15 a year, you can learn how to shoot video, how to produce it, how to put it on the air, you can, if you're shooting video that's going to go on the air, you have free access to their studio. And it's very cool. I think CTSB has some great programming contributed by members. And I've watched other towns' community broadcasting, and some places they're more meetings than they are, you know, fun stuff. So, you know, if somebody does a thing on the Titanic, a couple of women talking about their adventure on the Titanic. So, you know, there's all kinds of interesting things. Someone plays Olga, she plays the piano, and yeah, there's a comedian there and talks about prison life, you know. If it's funny to be in prison, I don't know, but it's kind of a cute program. There's all kinds of programs on this channel, and you gotta take advantage of watching it. And it's free. If you have cable, it's free. You don't have to pay Netflix, you don't have to pay for Amazon or HBO or anything like that. It comes with your cable package. So anyway, I'm babbling. Just say, hey John, stop babbling and get on with the program. I might hear you. Just don't throw anything at the TV screen. No, 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 they're very fragile. So I'm going to put some cards out. And what I've done is I've taken my book that goes with these cards and have created a cheat sheet, a summary of each card, so that when I'm doing a reading, all I need to do is focus on the energy. And often the cards will trigger some kind of emotional response from you or one of you. It may not be all of you, and it may be all of you. Sometimes I've done group readings where everybody picks a card, and then we share the meanings, and you'd be surprised on how the energy flows. And you could do the same thing. You could purchase your own deck. This particular deck, Fairy Oracle, is out of print, but there's other ones that have replaced it. I just happen to like this one. And yeah, so we're going to pull 6 cards or 5 cards. 5 cards or 7 cards. Let's pull 7 cards and see where they fall. And your fairy is going to help me through my fairy to pick the cards out, which may not be the card that you want. You might be saying, hey, pick that one right there. That one, I want that one. And your fairy doesn't want you picking that card. It says, that's not the one for you. So let's see where we are. So I have a cheat sheet here that I go and look through the book of the cards, and I get them up with kind of a basic meaning of the card, and then I can use that when I do the reading. It helps me spend less time explaining the card. These are kind of like key words, and we're going to go with this one here. This is the last one we picked. Undressing the salad. Number 31. Balance, avoiding extremes, achieving the impossible, being the impossible. But this one was in reverse. So this is the card this way. This way is the way it was, in reverse. imbalance occurs, confusion happens, out of chaos can be miracles. So that's interesting. How about this one? The Singer Connection. It's a Singer card, number 6. Spiritual connection, karma, balance, and empathy. But the reverse is, are you Earth? Are you centered? Are you connected with the source? Now there's a lot of reasons why you may not feel connected with the source. You may not feel some disruption in nature that you found yourself separated. Perhaps you live in the city where you don't get to be in nature very up. You get up in the morning, you go off to work, you walk on concrete walks, and you get into your car and get to your work, and then you get out of your car and you're back on asphalt or concrete, and you walk in the building, and they don't allow plants because it's against building policy, and you never really spend any time in nature, and you do the whole thing all over again. You go home and you don't have any plants because that's what you're used to at work, and you think everything dies, so you don't plant anything. You need to have some nature in your life. You need to take a walk in the grass and spend some time, in a park that has grass and things like that. There's certainly enough of those around. Let's see, how about this one? Another reverse card. It's the third one, number 41. I'm the Retriever. Number 41. Now, if this was a vertical card, it would be Office of Unclaimed Property, Hopes and Wishes, and Loyalty. But the reverse card is saying, I can't. I can't get plants for my house. I can't get plants for my desk at work. I can't go walking in the park. I can't. The easiest way to center yourself is just to picture a fluorescent light tube and run it straight down the center of your body through all your chakras. You have your chakra, you have your crown chakra, you have your third eye, which is right in the middle of your forehead. The crown chakra is above your head. Throat chakra, heart chakra, solar plexus in your tummy. And then there's the sacral, or the earth one, is down just below your trunk. You run a energy light going straight down through that into the ground. Hopefully not concrete or asphalt, but nice grass. Singer of the Chalice. Trust, patience, creativity, hope, and miracles. Well, look at that. In just a couple of cards, we've kind of moved forward a little bit. Isn't that cool? I think that's pretty cool. Let's try this one. Honesty. Now, if you're going to be honest with somebody, this is the person to be honest with. Number 40. Honesty, compassion, and tact. Now, if this was reversed, it'd be saying, are we truly honest with ourselves? So even just going through these certain cards, we've kind of moved to a better place, don't you think? It's pretty cool. I'm sure that most of you, when I was talking about the simple grounding technique, you guys are all doing it in your head. See what kind of changes? It's just little changes, little movement. The Oak Man, number 47. In reverse. Now, if this was a vertical card, it would be Strength, Ancient Wisdom, and Death. And that would be like this. But this one was in reverse. And what is your perspective of this image? As you can see, it's another face, but it's a different face. It's a very interesting card. There we go, number 7. The Bodacious Bollock. Number 59, another reverse card. There was a lot of reverse cards here, surprisingly. The Bodacious Buttock. Meddling, tampering, sabotage, helpful fixing. But this card was in reverse. Reward that person in your life that does good when they usually get it right. How often do we do that? Good job. Good job, John. You did a nice job, John. Thank you very much for doing that for me, John. That was awfully nice of you, John, to do that for me. There's nothing wrong with compliments. Everybody loves them. Everybody likes to think they're being appreciated. Do you have somebody in your life that does a lot for you and you rarely ever thank them? You think they're obligated, or it's their job, or you just assume not talk about it at all with them? So let's see, we've got to do maybe 3 more cards, and let's see how they look. They really like this spot over here, don't they? There we go. And I'm going to pull this one right over. Fairies of the Future. Number 33. Very pretty card. But this card was in reverse. This is a vertical card. It'd be here and now, guidance, moving forward. But this one's in reverse. Are you certain you are going in the direction you are going? Pause and reconsider. So sometimes we're going in the wrong direction. We think it's the right direction, and then you get somewhere along the line, and all of a sudden you realize you've got to turn around and go back. Now that's how it is if you're driving or on a train or a bus or something. You got on the wrong bus and you're ending up in strange land. But this happens in life too. We make a particular choice. We come to a crossroad. And then I all of a sudden realize the choice we made may not have been the best choice. Sometimes the choice was made out of guilt. It wasn't your own choice. You said, you know, I wanted to go left, but someone said you must go right or you must go straight ahead because that is the right thing to do. And you do it, and you say, man, wonder how my life would have been different if I actually chose the direction that I wanted. And I know what's happened to you. And you're saying, no, that's never happened. I always make the right decision. The Fawn, vertical card, certainly a pretty card. And I gotta get that spot off there. The Fawn. Number 35, I thought it was a singer card. It's hard to memorize these cards. Understanding the nature of nature. Natural wisdom, natural magic. Now this is part of making the right choice for you. Understanding the natural wisdom and making choices that are best for you, healthiest for you. Topsy-turvy. This one actually is in reverse, but this is topsy-turvy. It's also the card that's on the back, printing that's on the back of all the cards. So this one's in reverse, number 51. And if it was a vertical card, it'd be change of viewpoint, fresh look, new ways of seeing. The reverse is just change your perspective. You don't have to make a complete wash of a project and then start all over. Just change your perspective, how you see it. I like to walk down the middle of things. Kind of look to the left and look to the right. It's like walking in a pond, you know, stepping on the rocks. You want to kind of stay in the middle. You don't want to step on the edge of a rock because the rock could flip. And I do the same thing when I'm evaluating people. I look at the left, I look at the right, and then I take my own conclusion of what I've heard or seen or read. Last card. Himself. Number 17. Interesting card. Natural law, life force, magic, and shamanic powers. Natural law, life force, magic, and shamanic powers. Isn't it funny how these cards, you know, there's a lot of cards here that you have to choose from, and a lot of them are very similar. And let me tell you, not every card relates to the other card. So to pick out, we did 7 and 4, 11 cards and have them all have a theme. It's rather amazing, don't you think? Don't you want to feel like you want to learn how to do your own tarot card reading? Well, if you're going to do your own tarot card reading, I recommend you go to a New Age bookstore. And they're all over the place. In the Berkshires, it would be the Crystal Essence in Great Barrington is one. And I think there's a place up in Lanesboro on Route 7, a magic shop. I haven't been into it yet, but I don't know if Stephen's still there. But go someplace that you can go in and touch them. Maybe they have them in Barnes & Noble or in a regular bookstore, you know, but don't necessarily order them online until you know what you're looking for. Just feel it and read the back cover and see how the energy of it resonates with you. There's all kinds of tarot cards. It's just about what you are interested in and what resonates with you. So that's the end of our program for today. I hope you've enjoyed yourself. I know I have. It's always interesting on how the cards read. And I hope you enjoyed the program, and I hope you watch some of my many other programs that I have here at CTSB and on YouTube. So until next time, the fairy speaks for you. Do 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 do.